I'm honest with you, there is every chance that if it does go the other way, that you could, in theory, face legal action from Clarkson, Hammond and May. There's no question about that.
Oh. Hello and welcome to The Gear Knob, which is, for now, the brand new YouTube channel where I do some seriously silly things with cars. If you haven't already, click here to watch the time I raced a go-kart after eating the world's hottest food. All very silly. However, it appears I may have outdone myself this time, and my silliness might actually land me in some serious trouble. You see, when I came up with the Gear Knob earlier this year, I had to think of a name. Now, for full disclosure, my job title at the time was TV development producer, which meant that I worked for a ton of different TV companies coming up with ideas for them. But most importantly, I have worked for Top Gear. I even appeared in an episode of Top Gear. It was the series where the studio was based at Television Centre in White City. It was the middle of COVID and the advice at the time was work from home if you can. So, we decided to base the studio at the home of television, Television Centre. So a bunch of us were put into these apartments that are in the building, which were vacant at the time, to give some kind of impression of an audience. However, because one, they were pointing the cameras up from the ground, which is never good for a chin, and two, lockdown was hard on all of us, I looked absolutely terrible. Now, the story of how I got that job in the first place is a video in itself, but the point is, getting that job on Top Gear was a boyhood dream come true. In fact, the very cars that you see behind me are from my vast collection that I saved up to buy when I was about 12. So the point is, I have always loved two things: cars and idiocy. So the name that I came up with very much reflects the fact that on this channel, I'm being an idiot with cars. In fact, in the coming weeks, we're going to have videos of me doing a whole host of really silly things with cars. So if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our new uploads. However, back to more pressing matters. As this is a new YouTube channel, I needed to protect the name. So I applied to have the Gear Knob trademark with the Intellectual Property Office, and they came back with some very interesting news. They told me that I could in fact have that trademark, with one small caveat. As always, with a trademark application, they have to go and look for any similar trademarks that already exist. And they found one. A big one. A company back in 2015 applied for the trademark Gear Knobs, in exactly the same trademark classes that I was trying to get. I'd never heard of the company before, so I decided to do a little bit of digging, and I found out that the trademark owners of Gear Knobs is three gentlemen who go by the name of Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. I can only assume that as this trademark was filed in 2015, that it was obviously as an alternative title to the Grand Tour, their massive Amazon Prime show, which means that as a trademark lasts for 10 years before you have to reapply for it, the trademark has 1 year left. However, as the last episode of the Grand Tour has now been released, they've wound down their company and they're not doing anything else together. So maybe, just maybe, we might be okay. So, I now need to call someone to get some legal counsel to find out where this leaves me, and more importantly, where it leaves the channel. So wish me luck.
What have you done now?
I just wanted to catch up with you about the trademark dispute and what your advices are with regards to it, now that we've had the letter.
Well, the trademark office has said that you can have the mark.
Yes.
However, as is usual in this situation, they have had to do a search for earlier trademarks and found one that is similar. And therefore, they are obliged to inform the said owners of those marks.
Uh-huh.
Now, as I'm sure that they won't kick up a stink about it, but if I'm honest with you, there is every chance that if it does go the other way, that you could, in theory, face legal action from Clarkson, Hammond and May. There's no question about that.
Oh. So basically, it's just a waiting game now to see if they do oppose the trademark. And if they don't, we're all good?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. And I'll let you know if I hear anything else in the meantime.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you. Boy, 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 boy.
Bye-bye.
So, there you have it. The legal advice appears to be that this whole situation now rests in the hands of Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. So basically what I'm saying is, gents, guys, please don't sue me.